What's going on, guys? So today we're looking at a budget-friendly knife from SRM. This is the 255. There's actually two variants on here. All right, this one has that beautiful green and black, right, which I used a little bit, but not too much. This is the one I EDC and carried every day. This is that satin with the gray. And I have to tell you, I love these knives. Now I say budget, I'll use air quotes, budget. These are going for about 58 bucks. Now, SRM, right? I feel kind of stupid for not realizing this earlier, but I was doing some research on these knives before I did this video because I got them a while back and wanted to carry them and stuff. And as it turns out, SRM is Sanrenmu, right? So Sanrenmu, still on the scene, just using SRM. Now, you know, a lot of you knife guys might know that. Something I just didn't know. Just one of those things. It makes total sense now. I feel kind of, like I said, a little silly for not knowing before. Sanrenmu has always been in a lot of hearts of budget knife collectors and, well, I'm not gonna say collectors so much as users. But back in the day, just a couple of years ago, Sanrenmu knives, they ran anywhere from, I don't know, $6 on Amazon to like $15, $20. So even just saying Sanrenmu for $58 seems crazy. But hey, go to the grocery store, get some gas. Prices are crazy. That's just what it is, right? It's called inflation. We've had some of the worst inflation in history. But we're not going to dwell on that. I am going to talk about some specs on this knife and my experience with it, as I usually do with these knife reviews. But I absolutely love these. And right out of the gate, I'm going to say this is the budget version of a Benchmade bug out. And although it's not the same as a bug out, it's similar in a couple different ways, right? This one has a 3.2 inch blade. The bug out has a 3.2 inch blade. The bug out by Benchmade weighs 1.8 ounces. This comes in at 2.4 ounces, okay? So it's literally just over a half an ounce heavier. Side by side, I can't really tell. You know, the bug out, it obviously has even thinner, you know, scales on it and stuff. This one has like an internal frame. So I don't know if I can show you in there, but just in this whole section, kind of just like a griptilian or something, there's like an insert. You can see kind of the back here where this bar is, which by the way, we'll talk about that in a minute. But anyway, the bug out obviously is a lot more expensive and it has a better steel. The bug out uses S30V, well, CPM S30V. There is a difference. CPM is better. And they go for about 170 bucks, something like that. Whereas this one is rocking a 10CR15 CO MOV. Now that sounds like a mouthful, and a lot of the CR steels, people get a little confused with them. You know, we know 8CR15 MOV, right? 3CR. I mean, you hear a lot of these different variants and stuff, and you kind of figure, oh, the bigger the numbers, the better. So 10CR15 might be better than, you know, 8CR13, bigger numbers, right? Well, the 10CR15 CO MOV is a lot of times compared to a cheaper version of VG10. Apparently, the performance is supposed to be similar to VG10. I don't quite think that. If you look at the actual elements that are involved, like if you get into the steel, you know, you dive deep into that, you know, rabbit hole of blade steels and stuff, the physics of the blade, like the physical elements of the blade, is more closer to 440C. And 440C actually has a little more chromium, which helps with corrosion resistance. But I don't want people to, because here's the problem with knives and blade steels, and especially today's knife collectors, maybe not some of your older guys, but you know, some of the new people on the scene. I hear this all the time, like, oh, why does it have D2 and it's $150? 440C sucks. I want my Magna Cut, my M4, my S90V and all that stuff. Yeah, well, you know what? It just is what it is. This having substantially better steel than your flea market knife is going to be awesome for most of you. If you put it this way, if you kind of know a lot about blade steels and stuff, it may not impress you. I'll leave it at that. If you know what Magna Cut is, if you've used Magna Cut, if you've used S90V, you know, this is probably not going to, you know, blow your socks off. It's totally fine. I used the knife got dull, I sharpened it, that was it. Actually, I'm lying. I never actually sharpened these. All I did was strop them, all right? And it, you know, came back to a nice, very, very sharp edge. I have no problem with that at all. So 10CR15 CO MOV, okay in my book. No issue whatsoever. Obviously, the similarity, having the axis lock, you know, with the bug out. That's why I'm kind of comparing it, because it's a lightweight, it's about the same size, and it has the axis lock. All right, very cool. Now, if you wanted to, you can go to SRM's website, and they give you like a blow-up schematic of all the parts in here if you want to see that. That's kind of cool. I guess I could have printed it for the video, but I forgot. I'm just kind of thinking out loud right now. But anyway, very simple blade style here. Pocket clip works wonderfully on these G10 scales. All right, I mentioned before this little bar, right? That's part of the insert, let's say, for the lock. Now this says, stay ready for more. I think this was a complete miss. It's the only thing I don't like about the knife. I think right here is where they could have put either their SRM logo and left the blade sterile, or just put that blade steel on the back here. I think it's a perfect opportunity for information about the knife. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's just a logo. But it's, you know, stay ready for more. I don't know. I don't know. That's just kind of okay, you know? It's like when I type something, I put ... I don't do that to be dramatic. Some people think I do. It's just I've typed that way online forever. It's grammatically incorrect. I'm not trying to be suspenseful. But I'll say stuff like, hey, what are you doing today? ... It's not like, ooh, you know, Dr. Evil pinky in the corner of the mouth thing. No, it's just how I write. But anyway, so that's literally my only critique, other than I wish Sanrenmu knives were still 15, 20 bucks. But it is what it is. The blade steel, the design, everything considering, $58 I think is totally adequate, at least these days, for a price for a caliber of knife like this. Carries wonderfully. Like I said, super lightweight. We have that deep conceal clip on here. You can see this one has obviously the black clip with the black coating, so, you know, black hardware, things like that if you want that, you know, darker look. I do like the looks of that quite a bit, but, you know, as far as usability, I mean, I just, you know, I have a thing about black blades being super scratched up, you know, that coating wearing. I mean, some people don't mind at all, but I try to avoid it. I think they look nicer. They almost always look cooler to me. But anyway, definitely had fun rocking this satin one. But I mean, they're quick to open, dual thumb studs, so it's completely ambidextrous in every single way. You can see the pocket clip even is swappable, right, to the other side of that scale. There is a little standoff, I guess you call that. So if you want to put a lanyard on here, come on, camera, focus. If you want to put a lanyard on there, you certainly can do that. I do like this style for lanyards as opposed to just a hole in the knife. I don't know, I think it's classier, I suppose, more thought out, I guess. You know, you can just drill a hole in the handle and say, yeah, throw on some lanyards if you want, but I like the way they did that. But yeah, super comfortable. You kind of use the pocket clip on the back to hold it, so it's very secure in your hand by that kind of a grip. You're kind of pushing it against your palm. All right, so you can see I have both my fingers to manipulate it. I can flick it open, use my thumb, like that. All right, pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Sanrenmu. They did it again a couple years later, for me anyway. I was super into it, kind of faded off a little bit, haven't seen it, no one talked about it in the scene. And then SRM popped up, and I just went, oh, okay, new company. And it's not a new company, it's Sanrenmu. Prices are higher, but I have to say I am super impressed, as I always have been, even with their previous stuff. So now that I know SRM is Sanrenmu, I'm gonna have to go back, because I know I have at least one other SRM knife. I might have even done a video on it, I don't know, but I know I liked it, and now I kind of know why. So company's still kicking. I want to say I read that they started in 1998, but I didn't even know about them until the 2010s, at least from memory. But anyway, that's all. Pretty cool knife. If you have anything from SRM or the new Sanrenmu, let me know. But these are the 255 models. Specifically, this one's 255L-GK. If you like this black and green combo, this one is 255L-GP. All right, so, and there's, of course, their little blue box. Now, if you look at the box, let's see here. Does it say Sanrenmu anywhere? SRM, SRMKnives.com, social media's SRM, made in China, SRM. Caution, keep sharp things away from children. Pretty good idea. Stay ready for more. That's just their logo. Stay ready for more. They're also saying recycle this box if you don't want it. No, it doesn't say Sanrenmu anywhere that I could see. SRM, their logo, real small. Says stay ready for more on the bottom. So that's all. So you guys can stay ready for more, because I got another video coming tomorrow. Because if you don't know and you're new to the channel, I post videos every single day. What's it going to be? Who knows? It's what I'm in the mood to do. A lot of times it's knife stuff, a lot of times it's not. You just never know. But anyway, that's it for now. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful day. If you happen to have this SRM 255 and you also have a Benchmade bug out, let everyone know in the comments what you think of them. But I think it's comparable in a lot of ways except for ultimate performance. That's it. If these had S30V, I'd say they perform just as well. Or excuse me, again, CPM S30V. There is a difference. I think I said that earlier. That higher end blade steel definitely, it literally performs better. So when people start breaking down knife prices, like, well, wait a minute, the bug out's 3 times as good. Does that mean the blade steel's 3 times as good? It doesn't work like that. Knife math doesn't work out ever. There's no perfect equation. It really comes down to just what you like. I see people constantly saying, this knife is overpriced, that knife's overpriced. All knives are overpriced. Do you realize that most people in society wouldn't pay more than $5 for a pocket knife? Most people in society don't even have pocket knives. So if you're spending 50 bucks, 100 bucks, 200 bucks, 500 bucks, most people think you're nuts. All right. All that matters is what you think. All right. I know a lot of people get caught up in the EDC thing and these communities and their Facebook pages and Twitter and all this stuff. And your knife friends will say, oh, you overpaid for that. And then you feel bad. You're like, my knife friends think I'm stupid. And who cares? Honestly, who cares? You do you. Get the knives you like. Right? If you use them, if you're not just collecting them, just get what works for you. That's all. I don't care if it's $1,000 a knife. I don't care if it's $1 knife. Makes no difference to me. No one's impressing me anymore. Like, 20 years ago, I'd be like, whoa, look at that knife. It's $300. Wow. Oh, I wish I had that knife. I've had so many knives. And I know I'm getting to a whole random rant here, but I've had thousands and thousands of knives. I like knives. I'll always like knives. But I could be just as impressed with a $5 knife, right? Or let's just say a $20 knife, than I can with a $200 knife, right? It just depends on why. A cool design, it looks good, a new mechanism I never tried before. Who knows? Maybe it's just super comfortable. But anyway, you do you as far as knives go. Just saying. Have a good one, guys. My ramble's over. I will see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.